What's going on, Dragon Brawlers? It's got some of your Guildmaster here for Players Guild, and today we have some multicolour cards. Not just that, we have the promos as well, so Bandai are really treating us today. So let's get into it. We've got some exciting cards to show off today. Vegeta, Omnipotent Elite. It is a 2-cost. It is a green-red card. It is a 110 combo. It is 16k. Energy Exhaust, unique. Dual attack blocker permanent. If your opponent has 5 or fewer cards in their hand, negate this card's energy exhaust skill. So I really like this. It really promotes red-green play in a hand control deck, which I think is really cool. I think this leans super favorably towards, let's say, Raditz from the start, the new reboot Raditz. I think that could be something because obviously they warp cards and you don't need to give them the advantage. So that's just something to think about. I think that's really cool. When this card is played, draw a card. Or once per turn, if your leader card is green at the end of your turn, or when you activate this card's blocker skill, switch it to active mode. It's a nice little effect. Basically, it means it's always going to be in active mode. So obviously, you can swing it in your turn twice if you really want to, and then it'll switch back to active at the end of the turn. Or in your opponent's turn, you'll activate blocker, and you'll get 2 blocks out of it. I think it's a really nice card. I think it's a really nice card. Obviously, we might see some synergies with evolving on top of it because it is a Vegeta, and we know it turns into an ape in the Saiyan Saga. So this is my my crackpot theory of Goten actually being good is out the window then. It seems like he is not getting any red-green support, which is a shame that a deck that's so underpowered is a thing. But we'll talk about that in graded. But we do have this Broly, which is actually quite astonishingly awesome. I think it's great. So not only is it a rival for red or green, which I think is really handy, for just in general in arrival decks. I think that's a really cool little thing. But if your opponent has free energy, 3 or more energy I should say, when this card is played from your deck, it gets 6k power, so it becomes a 25k double strike for the turn. That is awesome. That is awesome. And obviously when this card attacks, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. That's a fine effect. That's all it needs. I think it's a pretty good effect. If your rival, it's a 19k swing. Most likely you can use it to combo it into an arrival. I think would be the play there. But if you can play it from your deck with the new Broly stuff, 25k swing, yeah, I'll take it. And then we have Great Raditz. I am so happy to see this artwork. It was what they teased in Draft Box. Ooh, which draft box was it? It was Giant Force, so draft box 6. The original pack art had this Raditz on it, and I was like, I was so ready to see it, and we never got it. And now we do have it, which is fantastic. And it's only an uncommon. It doesn't look like an uncommon at all. This is the one thing about the Uniston Warriors series. The artwork has just been top tier. The Zamasu reprint aside, we'll forget that exists. The Great Ape Raditz might unleash it. It's a 4-cost. It's a 1 red, 1 green, obviously for multicolor. It's a 110. It's 19k body. Energy exhaust, dual attacker blocker. Auto limit 1. Red or green. When one of your red or green non-Great Ape Raditz cards with a blocker is removed from your battle area by an opponent's skill, you may play this card from your hand. That's pretty good. Pay 1, bring out again a dual attack blocker, 19k. I'll get into why it's even more important in a second. When this battle card attacks, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost greater than the number of cards in their hand and KO it. Wow, this is actually a really cool effect. So it promotes you. It's not once per turn. So essentially, if you've got them down to like say 4 cards in hand, if they have a 5 drops or higher and you just keep swinging, obviously, and then they have to combo. This is nasty. This is actually really nasty. And then it has activate main. If a field extra card is in a battle area, play this card from your hand. So always be playing it for cheap. Obviously not free, which I still respect Bandai. They've stopped free playing cards for the most part, which is very handy. And I alluded to it earlier. I was like, why is this important that it's an ape? Well, there is a green unison that we'll no doubt see later on this week. That is probably one of the best unisons we've ever seen. In fact, I would go as far and say it's one of the best green cards we've seen. If you've seen the New York Comic Con spoilers, you've seen the card. But for those who are just watching this series, then obviously we'll cover it when we'll cover it. Let's get into blue-yellow. So something myself and Loki called that it was just going to happen was the Universe 6 stuff, and yes, we do have it. So here is the free. We can't always be right. We were wrong about the Goten stuff, but we're right about U6, and that's the important thing, because U6 is freaking fantastic, this set. It's a free cost, one blue, one yellow. It's a 1/5 combo, that's important to note. Energy Exhaust Critical. That's it's pretty good. Aegis blue-yellow, once per turn. If there is a... once per turn. Oh, you can Aegis once per turn. Okay. Okay. I think that's what it's meant to say. I think. Yeah. Right? Yeah. If there is a blue-yellow multi-color card in your energy, reduce the combo cost of this card in your hand by 1. So it's kind of just arrival fuel. There are ways around it, ways of getting it sorted, so that's interesting. I kind of need to play with it to get it, but as far as artwork goes, one of the best looking cards. Like, Super Saiyan God Goku just looks fantastic no matter when you see him. Like, I just love that form. And to have the aura there and it's just like, yeah, cool. Just chilling. I've got a nice little space background in there as well. So, you know, I like the artwork a lot on this card. Is it good? We'll find out. Then we have Vegeta and Kaba Lessons Learned. I love this. This is so beautiful to me. Like, the idea of them too. Like, something this game's done super well is, like, paired Kaba and Vegeta together. And I think it's really thematic and beautiful. Like, from a lore standpoint, from a just card game standpoint, they've really made an effort to make the cards thematic. And we've seen that with the Khalifa going underneath Kale to bring out Keflas and Ramp, and it's just really cool little stuff like that makes this game super special and super unique. It's a 1/10 combo, 4 cost, 1 blue, 1 yellow. Energy Exhaust, Dual Attack, Arrival, blue or yellow. When this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost 4 or less in rest mode and put it on the bottom of the deck. Not the most strongest effects, not the worst effects in the world. There's a lot of synergy here. There's Vegeta, Kaba, Saiyan, Alien, Universe 7, Universe 6. There's a lot of things that can be used with this. Right now, it's fine. It's a 19k dual attack. That's cool. But I wonder if people have come up with some really cool strategies for it. If you have, let us know in the comments below. Then we have this. This is what we were waiting for. She is beautiful. Like, absolutely phenomenal. We did find out her effect yesterday, but I am so glad this is a super rare, not a promo. This is Super Saiyan 2 Kefla Lightning Speed. It's an 8 cost, so it's playable from the 4 drops effect. It is a 2 blue, 2 yellow specified. It is a 1/10 combo. It is 30k power. Energy Exhaust, Double Strike, Blocker, Arrival blue yellow for 2 blue, 1 yellow. Very glad that it makes you have both. When this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier. Place it at the bottom of the owner's deck. Just really good offensively or defensively. Just really good. Remember, in Kaba, this is basically a 1 blue, 1 yellow. Activate main, limit 1. If you're this effect is just nutty. This is one of the coolest effects we've seen in a long time. Limit 1 for good reason. If your opponent has 3 or more energy and you choose one card in your hand and discard it, this card gets dual attack for 10. Scott, that's alright. You discard it and you get a double strike, a dual attack. Well, yeah, it seems fine, but it's not That's strong. If the card you discarded with the skill is a copy of this card, draw 2 cards. Then choose up to one of your opponent's cards and switch it to rest mode. That doesn't say battle cards, so you can switch energy, unisons, leader, whatever you want to switch. I love it. And yes, you can loop this. So you can pitch this and then play, I think it's Kaba, which then lets you get this back. So obviously the turn after you can... So you can constantly just be drawing 2 with it. And then resting something. It is just really good. It's just really good. And the SPR for it is beautiful as well. So glad it's getting an SPR. Then we get into green-yellow, which is something myself and Lucky were saying was going to happen. Everyone's like, why did they make it yellow? Why is it similar? This will be why. So let's see if it actually works. It's free. It's 1 red. What? I've done it again. Why do I just keep saying red? 1 green, 1 yellow, 1/5 combo, 9k power, energy exhaust, counterplay. If your leader card is Tails Crusher Court, so not color locked, play this card, and the battle card being played is played with a skills negated for the turn. So essentially, for if you pay free, it's a Cold Bloodlust. Not bad. If your leader card is a Tails Crusher Court, again, not restricted. And there are 3 or more face life cards in your opponent's life. Oh no, it's between you and your opponent. That's really cool. You get rid of the energy exhaust. That's really cool. Really like that. If your leader card is a Tails Crusher Core, reduce the card in your opponent's turn. So it's a 2-cost Cold Bloodlust. Yeah, that's fine. That's fair. But, I mean, it's a 90k. I'd have liked it if it had blocker. Maybe that would have been a bit too much if it had blocker. But still, really cool. I like it. It's only a common. Doesn't need to be the most powerful effect in the world. But giving Tails access to it is a really cool thing. I need to check this, but would this still be 0-5 in the original Tails? Just someone answer that in the comments for me. Tails Dark Power Unleashed. Yeah, it's awesome. It's more Xeno Tails, something I really like. I really didn't want them to abandon the Xeno stuff. And like I wanted to get more support for all of the Xeno characters, so it's nice to see Tails here. I'm not sure why they didn't put the detail on the ball. Maybe it was just too much of a hassle. But it's still cool. 6 drop, 1 green, 1 yellow. Tails Dark Power Unleashed. Energy Exhaust Blocker. Revenge! Hey, it's a Revenge Blocker! X Evolve 2. Pay 2. Green Tails Xeno with an energy cost of 4, which we know there's plenty of green ones there. Well, it has to be a green one. But there's plenty of options for us to get those out early, so paying 2 to put onto it. Not a bad thing at all. Arrival Green Yellow. Oh, wow, that's a weird one. It's a yellow and then 2 unspecified. So that's a weird one. We don't really normally see that unless... Yeah, there's nothing to it. It's just a cool thing. But yeah, 25k Revenge Blocker. That's actually not too terrible. When this card KOs an opponent's battle card, switch this card to active mode, then choose 1 card in your opponent's hand and discard it. This is once per turn, which is really good. But so you block something, you KO it with Revenge, boom, restands. So you can get 2 blocks out of him, which is really handy. When this card is removed from the battle area by an opponent's skill, choose all of your opponent's battle cards in rest mode and KO them. Then choose all of your opponent's battle cards and switch them to rest mode. That's really nice, actually. That's actually a really nice effect. Just going over it. Nothing's leader restricted. So yeah, and I can see it. I can see being I can see this being played in tower, like Rahasan Howard says more Xeno targets for tower deck. Yeah, that's true. Tails Dominance at Hand. This is a super rare. Look at that in between the gold lines there. You've got that new texture type thing. That looks amazing. Again, another Tails Xena. This is a 4-drop, so obviously can be evolved on by this Tails here. Energy Exhaust Blocker, Arrival Green Yellow. When this card is played from your hand, draw one card, then choose one. If your leader card is green, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and switch to rest mode. If your leader card is yellow, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with an energy cost of 4 or less and KO it. Activate main, limit 1, green or yellow if there are 2 or more Tails Crush Courts in your hand. Play this card from your hand. Amazing card. Absolutely phenomenal. Would recommend picking up some. And look, there it is. There's the ball. I don't know what's going on with my internet connection. But yeah, there's the ball in his chest. So I wonder, Bandai, what's going on? Bandai, come on. Then we have King Vegeta. So this is the promo stuff now. We finally have Great King Vegeta again. It's been a while since we've seen it actually, and I'm really technically Giant Force Rare, but as a battle card, it's been a while. Maybe even set free. Let me know in the comments below. King Vegeta, Great Apes, Rule, 4 cost, 1 red, 1 green, 110, 20k body, Energy Exhaust Blocker, Arrival Red Green for 1 green, decent. Auto, pay 1 red. When this card is played, your opponent may choose 2 cards in their hand and discard them. If they don't, choose it to one of your opponent's battle cards. Choose it to one card in your opponent's battle area and place it in its owner's drop area. So this is important because it's not just a battle card. So this can actually remove field cards. That's actually kind of nutty. Oh, and it has a really cool effect here of at the end of your turn, choose all Great Apes and switch them to active mode. Love to see that. Love to see that. Really cool. But yeah, like force discard. They're never going to want to discard 2, I don't think. But that's still good. You get to remove something, including a field card. And a 20k blocker is nothing to scoff at. Yeah, I dig it. And obviously it leads you into more playing with that unison. So things are happening and they're exciting. It's a 2-cost Super Saiyan Blue Vegito. A Blue Omen. Love that name. Blue Yellow, 110, 16k, Energy Exhaust Blocker, Auto, limit 1, pay 1 yellow. If the front of your leader card is Blue, Son Goku and Vegeta, and you have 2 or less energy, when this card in your hand is played or placed in your energy, place the top card of your deck in your energy. Your opponent chooses up to 1 card in their hand and places it in their energy. Alright. Okay, so a little bit of ramp going on there. Interesting. Someone let me know what leader this is kind of meant for, because I'm kind of blanking on it. Activate main. Set 10? The starter deck Vegito, maybe? No, that is Vegito on the front, isn't it? Activate main, 1 blue, 1 yellow, 1 unspecified. If your leader card is a Vegito card, choose up to 1 blue, yellow, multicolored Vegeta card with an energy cost of 8 in your hand and play it on top of this card. Can play the secret rare. I think there's some other Vegito cards. But yeah, just the one that comes to mind is the secret rare. Power of Patara. I don't hate this. I think it's actually quite good. Kind of curious to see how it comes into play. Very curious about the leader, because obviously, so you need a blue Son Goku and Vegeta that flips over into Vegeta, essentially to get the max out of this card. It's a bit of ramp, but it also doesn't disadvantage your opponent, so I actually think that. But it forces a card from the hand into energy. So, whereas you get it from the deck, which is fine. And essentially, if you do this turn 2, you can tap this self for its effect, which is interesting. So yeah, cool card. And then we get some red yellow support. So offering is here again. I love offering as a keyword. It's super powerful. We don't have enough cards with offering, and that's probably a good thing. We get Baby Janemba, Malefic Agent of Destruction. Oh, it's an AOD card. Wow! Look at those traits. Machine Mutant, Evil Incarnate, and Agent of Destruction. It's Baby Janemba. I love it. Absolutely love it. 110, 3 cost, 1 red, 1 yellow. Energy Exhaust Blocker, offering limit 1, so you can't play more than 1 of it a turn to get the offering limit. If your opponent has 5 or more cards in rest mode, Negate this card's energy exhaust skill in all areas. Nice. That's a lot of cards in rest mode. But then again, you think about it, you got a leader, you got a unison. Assume they have a battle card, to be fair, that's free. And then they 2 energy, and then they've tapped it for it. Yeah, it's not the worst thing. So turn 2, turn 3, being able to negate the energy exhaust. Not bad. And I think that's it for today. What a crazy day for cards. I was not prepared for this, honestly. I thought we would just get some blue promos. But yeah, really cool to see the multicolour stuff, guys. I'm looking forward to finally getting into the green stuff. It seems to be very exciting, this set. We've seen some spoilers from New York Comic Con, and they look fantastic. I've been Scott Sedman. This has been Players Guild. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and let me know in the comments below what your favourite card was from today's reveal. And we'll see you before I go, please check back at 5 and 7 for 2 more videos on the channel, and I'll see you tomorrow.